This podcast is rated R for restricted. Under 17 requires accompanying parent or adult guardian. Mission 250.
Welcome to the Mission 250 podcast, where we are going to watch all the best movies, foreign international movies this year. We typically watch the best movies of all time. What that means is ever evolving, guys. It has to. Otherwise, we end. And when
I
we
don't
end
want
the
to
podcast,
go.
we die.
I don't want to die.
That's it.
I put a little device next to our hearts that when the podcast has its last episode, our hearts explode.
We all at the same time.
Yep.
All at
You
the same
turn
time.
your
It'll
key.
be glorious.
I turn my key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be a bloody mess in 3 different places across the country.
And it'll be a great movie, but we won't be around to see it.
So this week, we're watching the foreign movies, as I said, Best Picture nominees at the Oscars. And this one just so happens to be the winner of the Palme d'Or at the Cannes Film Festival as well. It is a France and Iranian co-production called It Was Just an Accident. You have Hulu. It's on there. So let's start with Stream It or Skip It. TC, what do you got?
Stream it.
John?
Yeah, stream it.
I'd say stream it too. 20-second spoiler-free reviews. John, go.
Crap.
I assume you have your clock. Oh, he's looking around. He didn't have his clock
where's
up.
my phone?
I knew he wasn't.
I'm ready, you
Motherfucker.
jerk, you dick.
Every
Jesus.
time. Are you
Hey,
recording?
you already,
we got to make
recording.
sure.
Yes,
Yeah,
double
you
check,
sure you're
but
recording?
Now I have to do this. Okay, ready?
John, is your audio recording?
Yeah, it is. So
Is the little line moving from left to right?
Well, I had my
Does it look
timer
red?
going, but I can restart it. So you guys
Wow,
let me
you're
know
so
when you're ready,
savvy.
assessing to the extent to which I'm ready, and then I will go. So let
Hey,
me
I'm
John,
ready
you
to be
recording
quiet for
though?
20
I
seconds.
mean, like, really?
Really? Okay. Fine. I just felt like a really confident film. It was really well put together, really well paced. I just really was sucked along by it. I think that it mirrors current events. Also, makes it even more impactful. So yeah, I was really moved by this and found it sort of quietly terrifying too.
Nice. I'll go second. This movie played like a thriller, and it had a lot to say about things. I was kind of thinking it was going to end in one of two ways, so I was not as into it, I think, because I'm an idiot, and it ended in a way that wasn't one of the two ways that I thought it was going to end. So I felt kind of stupid after it, but it was pretty engaging, and some of the acting and shots and stuff were really good.
I like this film, but it made me feel dumb. So
I was like, there's only 2 outcomes. And I was like, oh, but one of the
Yeah,
outcomes
I guess
could
there's
be
a third.
We can talk about it. I think it was.
Yeah, we
I
can.
think it was brilliant.
TC.
I think
Yeah,
the way they did
what
it.
do you got,
was,
TC?
anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. It's a tough watch. The premise is pretty cool. You know, this idea that you get the revenge, and you're kind of along the ride for them. And saying, "Hey, let's kill this motherfucker." but then you know where it ends up too. I was not really expecting. I did feel a little underwhelmed at that point.
Yeah.
though.
So spoilers
sort of see
now.
that.
If you like foreign movies, it's a good one. You should watch
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Despite the medium negative tones we put in that, it
Yeah,
is good.
right.
It's worth watching.
I
But
think
spoilers.
I think
now.
we're coming off
I didn't
of
like it how
last
they didn't
week.
kill him.
I know.
Why
I
didn't they
was
kill
like,
him?
this guy should just die already.
Yeah.
This would be a lot easier. This movie would be a lot easier. if
Also,
it just-
after
I
last
was like,
week,
he either
killed
didn't
him.
do it and they're all idiots, or he did do it and they should kill him. And those are the only 2 outcomes. And then they figured out he did it and they didn't.
and
kill
they
him.
still
I'm like-
didn't kill him.
I'm like, that's. I don't know what that's
But
saying.
I guess that separates them and him.
But
And
he
you know.
was going to kill him in the first place.
but they're talking about again. It's the idea of the cycle of violence, and he shows himself what his motivations and how he's terrified and how it's all an act for him. All of this stuff, and that's what saves him. Is
it?
Yes.
I didn't get that.
I thought that's what saved him. I
thought they just waited too long since they had the rage, and now they lost like their murder feeling.
No, I thought I don't know, the ending. It seemed to almost have the film is so slow paced in a good way, I think. But the last bit of it moves a lot quicker than I expected. I was so like settled into the pace that it was in that he sort of like turned very quickly, and then that wrapped up kind of quick. That I think I was just thrown for a bit of a loop there because I was in this different.
I was too. I was like, hey, where did everyone go?
Right,
oh, this guy's
right.
admitting to being the guy? Oh, the movie's over. What the hell?
He's crying. Okay. And yeah.
And they're not going to kill him. Why?
And they're not.
Shit.
All right.
I mean, it's almost like I want to rewatch that part because it just sort of like blindsided me, and And I was just, I think coming after the film we watched last week too, I was sort of like tense and prepared for some sudden terrible violence to actually happen. And that's not what this film is about, but that's not the point.
But it dangles it in front of you more in your face.
Well, I mean, you guys had to have the thought when he was walking in the desert, kicking sand. I was like, is he going to blow up?
Yeah, right.
Is there a mine out there?
Is there mines in there?
Right?
Any chance this guy might blow up?
Still traumatized by last week. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really like the opening of the film. That it just feels so assured in itself. It's like 25 minutes before you start to have a sense of what's happening. And I really like that. I don't know where this is going, but I like this. I like the acting. I like the way the camera's moving around. I'm not sure what's happening here, but I trust that this is going to go somewhere.
I didn't trust it yet.
Oh,
I was like, what the fuck? Did I miss something? I actually rewound it 5 minutes.
They really kept you kind of in the dark for a little while.
I
It's like,
it,
you're not going to know that the squeaky noise the guy heard is the reason. I didn't even know that he was chasing that same guy. I couldn't tell that was the guy that he was chasing.
Yep.
And he hit the guy with the door, and then I saw him in like the hole, and I was like, oh, that's the guy.
I guess you need the announcer there. Oh, that's the squeaky.
I needed the F1 guy on this one.
That was the torture. There was torture, and the guy is walking. Oh, he's walking away. Now he's going to go get that guy. He might kill him. He might not kill him. Yeah, I just appreciated being in the dark and enjoyed it because it felt like the film was confident. And so I was like, well, I see what the camera's doing. I see these actors are good. Maybe we'll end up with what was that film? The Agent.
Secret Agent.
The Secret Agent situation. I hope not, because this is setting up to be something tense and interesting.
Couldn't have been like that because they had the accident right in the beginning, John. The title was related to the movie.
Right.
Thank fuck.
The dog accident. That was I like that start too. It was really dark. It may have just been my kind of shitty digital TV, but it was like dark.
No,
dark.
they could have used some extra lighting.
Yeah,
I liked it. It made it seem like it was real. Like it was
Yeah.
one single shot, and they filmed it attached to a car somehow because the dude like got out and went around the car, and they were driving and stuff.
I thought
it was pretty cool.
That whole sequence. It's like 25 minutes before he ends up in the desert with this guy, and the sequence. It's such just a well put together set pieces where first we have the guy with the bad guy. Supposedly with his daughter in the car, right? Peg leg. And then we shift over to them. I just think it's very brilliantly done. I think in terms of like you move to them, you're with the family. They hit the dog. They get their car fixed. We move to then the other guy watching that guy walk. Then we move to him. Then I don't know. It's just I think it's a really just I don't know. It just feels very well planned. And really had me sort of. It
was so odd that I thought it was going to continue shifting the main characters throughout the movie.
That's fair. Yeah.
Oh, like there was one more like change.
We might
every
just
20
keep
minutes we shift to someone else's perspective.
I could see that.
Kind of like an Amores Perros kind of situation.
Yeah, right.
That's what I was expecting.
Yeah, it could have been.
Didn't get it though. Switched once, stuck with the same guy.
Stuck with him, but then we had people coming in and out. We have new like cast of characters coming in. There was a good momentum, and again feeling like there wasn't much time lapse. Usually, you felt like you were sort of like along with them as these things happened, as they went and got other people, as they went, So I don't know. I really, really liked it. I just felt like it wrapped up a little quicker, a little faster than the rest of the film. And I'm
not sure. And so I agree with that. And I'm not sure how the last shot, how I felt about that either. When like the guy was in his house and the squeaky leg guy came up behind him and then turned around and then left. I was like, is this saying that he should have killed him? Like I think he should have killed him because the guy is definitely.
I think it's just that it's haunting him.
Maybe. Oh, it could have been. I just think maybe.
Like it's no matter what. Like even though he's past it and they had this whole situation,
I can think of a positive
it still
thing,
haunts him
positive
to this day.
thing that he's just.
I thought it was like a sound as a memory type thing.
I need a little soft focus on the shot if they're going to do something like that. If they haven't done it before in the movie and they do it right at the end, I need a little weird camera trick to show me that it's like, not reality.
Really? I don't think it was. I think it was reality because you see the parked car that pulls up, like the white.
You see his car, but that could have been in his imagination too.
Yeah. But
you don't think it's like his mom was like right outside?
I was hoping.
Would have been like.
I wanted to think that it was
real.
It was real, and
why didn't he kill him? Why didn't he arrest him? What the fuck is he doing?
Because he's ending the circle of violence. The guy walks away. the guy is actually letting him know.
Or he knows where he is and he's going to get his goons and he's going to arrest the
No,
fucker.
I think he's I think he's letting him know that it's okay, and that. But the film wanted to leave it somewhat ambiguous. So you think about it, and the sense of
That would have been totally unclear to me. If
Yeah.
the dude walked up behind me all creepy like and didn't say shit and walked away, I wouldn't assume the guy was like
He would have
giving
been-
me a peace offering.
yeah,
It's
that's
very
fair.
strange.
I guess like I don't know. Maybe again too. Like the guy still doesn't know what Peg Leg doesn't know what he wants to do about this. He's still like a little indecisive, just like they were. You know,
He just wants
in
to
some
breathe
ways.
down the back of his neck.
He's
That's all he wants to do.
He's
And make that
squeak
fucking
squeak and
noise.
breathe.
Yeah.
Um,
I had some like logical issues. If this dude had hundreds of prisoners or whatever, and he had a squeaky leg, he had to have known about the squeaky leg because people must have told him about it. And the fact that once he stopped being an evil dude or whatever, he didn't freaking grease his peg leg.
right. Go back and be a little
Like,
more.
put a little grease on there.
Right, just hide it more.
He's squeaking all over fucking Iran. Do you think some of these people are going to get released and recognize this dude for the torture
Right.
that he did to
Yeah.
them?
Right.
Come
That's
on.
Right. But then the metaphor wouldn't exist. Right?
Maybe though, it's just like even
He should have been at the beginning like, shit, I hit that dog and I got dust in my crank and now it's going to squeak. Shit, this is, I try to take care of it all the time, but now it's going to squeak.
Yeah,
That would have helped me out. That's all I'm saying.
but good shots. Lots of good interior, small like spaces shots. People talking. A lot of like I don't know. Just I like the way it was put together. The way the camera worked. The way you just had you felt like it was small in scope, and you were in the van or you're in these small places. And you get a sense too of the place they're in. Like I love there was a shot where he's first trailing the guy, and there's this dog trying to cross the road. Right, I just love that shot, like that whole thing, like how they. I mean, it just feels like they were just filming in the natural environment because they had this. I doubt.
What do you think they were doing, John?
I doubt they really had this set up where the dog
They were
is
filming
there.
illegally
Right.
in Iran.
Oh, yeah.
This
Yeah.
dude,
Right.
this director is not allowed to make movies.
No. So they were just doing street shots. That was real street shots, not a stunt dog, right?
There was literally
Some
a
of the-
dog that was going
Right,
to bust them.
exactly.
Some of the best parts of
get
the
him
movie.
caught.
But
Yeah,
When
get
they
out of
when
the
they
way,
went
get out of the way.
across the street, they parked on like this busy highway and they ran across the street to this park to meet somebody and they pulled the angry dude into the van. That scene,
Yeah.
that was awesome. Like
And
I've
the
never
whole
seen.
the whole sequence is amazing. Like, and you think about that. This is just done seat of the pants. It looks like this was professional. It looks like this was like really well done. Like something Paul Thomas Anderson would have pulled this off. Kind of thing where you got all this stuff that's meticulously planned to make it feel real, or to have these elements there that are in addition to sort of add tension. Like the dog's trying to cross the street. It's amazing that this is just what they get because it feels like polished in the sense, and yet they're just there like renegade
I think
filming.
part of the thing, like in movies, to get that natural dog thing, you have to hire all these cars, you have to shut down the
Yeah,
street,
right,
you
right.
have to plan the dog, you have to get a dog trainer.
Right.
In this one, it's just real.
It's
Like
just
you're not
there.
allowed to film in real places like this almost anywhere.
But how do
anymore.
they?
And you're not
even
allowed
if
to. in
that's what
Iran
they're
now.
doing, and they're like probably worried about people catching them or whatever, and they have to move quick. They're still
They had
doing
a 20-day shoot and they got arrested once and had all their shit confiscated once during that
Damn.
20-day period of
Right.
time. They had 2 cars crammed full of cast and crew and they drove them around. That's why they wrote into the script. He knew he was already banned from making movies. So he wrote, and he actually had the idea of this in prison when he was in a Gen Pop, thinking about how most of he was in Gen Pop because he makes these anti-government movies
what's
that
Gen
Iran
Pop?
doesn't like.
Just like the
General population, like a crowd of people. in
okay.
prison.
No, I don't speak prison slang.
Come on, you don't
Yeah.
know prison talk,
No,
John?
Come on. Gen Pop and solitary, John. Those are
Gen
the two
Pop
options.
versus Spec Pop.
Those are your two
What is the opposite
Yes.
of Gen Pop? If you're not in Gen Pop,
Solitary.
You're solitary.
Solitary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on, John.
Come on, John. You never watch TV?
No.
Jesus.
No.
You never seen Shawshank? Come on, it's number 1, John. It's number 1.
We'll get there someday.
Yeah, someday.
Okay. So,
But
anyway,
he had
he's-
he thought of this movie because of all these people and all their experiences,
Yeah.
and it was born of him being against the government, being in prison, and knowing that he was going to get in trouble for making this movie.
Right.
They filmed it in a way. He wrote the screenplay in a way where the longest scenes would be in areas where they knew they could film in
Right,
secret, like in the middle of the
Out in
desert.
the middle of the desert, right?
Right, so you
the
can
the
do that for a
parallels of
while.
that are amazing. That they're doing this film. Like, we got to get this guy somewhere we can talk, and they're like, we got to get this film somewhere. It just has the parallels, the sense of tension as this guy is like waiting to go clobber this guy and put him in his van. But then there's this also tension that they're just fucking filming there and they can get caught. I think it's just
They
amazing.
had a system set up where they were store, like they would get footage and then they would store it separately.
Yeah.
So when they actually got all their shit confiscated, they didn't lose any of the footage that they had because they were just constantly, sneaking away all the footage that they got because this is their plan. They knew
there's such a realism to this that it's just that's why I think this film is just sort of impactful. The more you think about it and the more you learn about how it was made, the scenes like where they bribe the cops have their own like credit card reader.
That was kind of funny. I thought that was a little bit funny.
It makes sense, right? But I didn't even know.
Kind of.
I always thought bribes had to be, cash transactions. But
still
now
like technically illegal, sort of.
Right. But I guess it's just
not
so
have
common.
like a square reader to have bribes.
Yeah, you got your own bribe-o-meter. Said, how much do you want to bribe? 10% or what? like a little bribe. You could have some graphical interface there to sort of really indicate how likely you are to still get arrested.
How was your confrontation service today? There's like the frowny face and the smiley face, and they're staring at you like, you better hit the fucking smiley face. My supervisor wants all smileys.
We try not to be assholes as we're taking your bribe and threatening you with your livelihood, but anyway, that was still, I don't know. I just think it was pretty amazing. I
agree. What was that? There was a movie we saw recently that kind of did the same thing, and the narrative suffered for it a bit. There was like a climax at the end where they were running through the castle.
Chasing the guy. God damn it!
Yeah.
It was another Iranian film, I think. Possibly.
Yeah, and it was recent. I can't remember the name of it because the story didn't hit me. In this one, the story was really good. The way it was put together was, like John said, it seemed extremely intentional, and the plot was good. What it was trying to say has had me thinking. I didn't walk away from the movie thinking I liked it how they let the guy live. Because I'm I'm not a Gandhi follower, right? Eye for an eye, the whole world goes blind. Sure, maybe we all deserve to be blind. We fucking suck as a species. Yeah. And maybe if we were blind, we could stop ending the planet. That's where I'm at. You should have killed this fucker. I would have killed this fucker.
Yeah,
if I had the opportunity.
I think really what it's ultimately trying to say is that, once you get free of these things, in the sense of like it being imprisonment in your own mind.
And what does it do to you? And
like
what
it's still like you still are left with all of it, no matter what, right? So like you kill him, you don't kill him, it's still going to be there,
right? And I think that's
and so it's not like it's not.
But you're preventing future cases of this, right? By ending.
Yeah, yes, but it's like you're still like even though the oppression's over, you're still.
And then
free.
what are you if you
you
turn to violence yourself and I don't know,
a hero? You're at war, John. This is a fucking war.
That's fair. It's fair. But also it's like
yes and no. I mean, because I think at the end of the day, it would still haunt him anyway from
him. I don't think his personal feelings are. You can't solve that, right? But he could try to help other people in the future. And I think killing this dude is the best way to do that. I don't know if that's true or not.
I don't know if he's like done.
This movie has me thinking about
Is he put his torturing behind him now? He's not doing it. But then he talks about it as if I don't know. Before we get too far, it was the seed of the sacred fig. That was the movie that we'd seen.
Oh, yes.
But you're right. Again, and that movie had a lot of really powerful moments too, but it also felt it was constructed in a hurry because
it was patchworked. It felt patchworked, and this one felt linear, despite the ending being a little bit rushed.
Right, but we can blame that one for feeling that patchworked either, given the nature of the way it was filmed or the nature in which they had to do their film.
That's true. It's not like they're going for reshoots,
right?
Right.
That's again.
And to be fair, that where they shot that tree scene, that looked like a pretty public spot.
Yeah.
So they must have like heavily lit a public spot at night, pointing attention to that spot that probably isn't lit.
And again,
frequently,
that
so they might have
parallel
had to
of
rush
these
through
are people under pressure, under tension, trying not to get caught as part of the film. It just sort of the parallel there is pretty amazing the way that it sort of fits together. I think.
And these people are mostly not actors, just like Surat. These are just normal people that.
No, I mean you could tell there was some anger behind some of those things he was saying about the state.
The lead actor
that was real. That wasn't.
And that was good.
Yeah,
some of the acting, I was like, is this just because I can't speak the language? Because I think this acting is pretty.
No, you could tell by
right
the way
now.
they were emoting exactly what they were feeling.
Especially that angry dude in that long take in the desert where he was like yelling at everybody. I was like, this is fucking good.
It was good. Yeah. But Vahid, the lead guy too. He was amazing. The main guy just had this weariness and tension to him, and showing his like pain because he's having trouble walking. All of that was again really really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Shiva, his sort of the woman that stuck around, the photographer, she was, again, all of it was like just the performances were pretty damn good.
And she was at higher risk than everyone else because it's also illegal to not wear a hijab as a woman in Iran. And she was walking around without it. Because she was pretending to not be from Iran, I guess.
Oh.
What was the excuse for her character? Because I assume she looks Iranian, but maybe there's people that live in other countries that come to Iran that don't necessarily have to wear a hijab. I actually don't know. I know that's like in some places in the Middle East, women have to be accommodated by men, either a husband or a father, but they don't have to wear a hijab or like coverings.
Wow.
There is like a dress code, but I don't know what the rules are. But she was represented a character that didn't have to wear a hijab, so I just don't know about that.
Yeah. And it might be,
that was good, right? I just rambled about something I didn't know.
No, and it might be something that's just selectively enforced, so it's like that's something you could get picked up for at any time, but they're not necessarily going to arrest everybody on site about it. So I don't know, but
and I tried to look up, there's a war there now. It's pretty fucked up. I don't know how the opinions of these people would be about what's happening in the war. I don't know enough about anything. To have an opinion on are they happy that the supreme leader is dead? Are they upset that his
I think
son
a
is
lot
gonna
of them
take
are. I
power?
think it's pretty polarized. I don't think it's over the other. I think there's half.
It's not like it's
and
being
half.
fixed though, right?
I don't think that
Because they were
I-
very
yeah, but I don't-
celebrating in the streets when
Yeah.
when they first found out about that news.
Yeah. I think-
and there's a lot of people here I know that are happy about it, but there's a lot of the hardliners that are just like they were before. So
Well, and again, it's not like this.
The lack of a plan and
this administration does not have-
conflict.
they're so stupid. They don't. I mean, all they're doing is saying they just bomb them, right? It should
Yeah.
be over fast, right? Like, can you imagine how stupid you'd have to be to actually have that thought?
Right.
Like,
I can't imagine. He's been the president for a
he's
long
like the
fucking
dumbest.
time at this point.
I can't. I mean, it still isn't really. It's hard to reconcile with it, honestly.
I
'cause
totally agree.
Right.
Again,
Again, yeah. So it's like, yeah.
It's just interesting that this movie came out
in the same time frame.
the same
Right.
time frame,
I
like
know.
beforehand.
I know.
Yeah.
And it's just
And
having a
he's
perspective
like saying-
before that happens is just interesting. Snapshot, because who knows, you might not be able to make a movie right now, right? Like it might be too chaotic to even try to shoot a movie.
I would think he's probably not. Yeah.
And I'm not sure where he lives. I think he lives in Iran. But after they made this movie, they
I
shipped out all
hope he
the
doesn't
footage.
live there anymore.
I think he might, because he's been
Damn.
getting in trouble for the past 25 years in Iran. He started making movies in 1995, and his first arrest was in 2001.
So good on him, huh? He's like, I'm not fucking leaving. Fuck you,
Yeah.
people.
There was a movie called Crimson Gold that came out in 2003, and he was arrested in 2010 for that movie because he wanted to make a movie about the World Cup afterwards called Offsides. And because of Crimson Gold, they were like, you can't make another movie unless you re-edit Crimson Gold, because Crimson Gold was banned in Iran.
Oh, wow.
And the World Cup was happening too soon. He didn't have time to deal with, they call it the Information Ministry of Iran, which sounds like it's straight out of the movie Brazil, as in a cartoon authoritarian regime. But apparently that's what it's called. So he didn't listen to them. He released that movie about the World Cup, and then he was arrested. And he was in prison for 6 months. And there was a lot of protests because this guy has been getting awards since for 10 years at this point across the globe. And a lot of famous people from Hollywood and other countries came and went and protested his imprisonment. But he was there for 6 months. He received 6 years as a sentence and a 20-year ban on movie making.
Holy shit.
But he was released after 6 months on house arrest. And while he was dealing with all the legal stuff, he made a movie called This Is Not a Film, which is a documentary on his struggles after getting arrested. So it was a documentary on himself, basically.
Wow.
He was arrested again in 2022 for a period of time for another one of his movies. He's every time it's propaganda against the state sort of stuff. So, yeah, I mean, this guy, he's 65 now. I don't know how much more he's got left in him, but he's kind of a badass, it seems.
Well, yeah.
This is he's good at it, and he's determined, and he is willing to risk probably his life. I don't know. He doesn't seem like he was necessarily tortured, but he has been in prison multiple times, and he's been harassed by the government his entire life. And he doesn't agree with what the government's doing, obviously, which is a pretty easy thing to agree with.
Sure.
Right.
So this dude, it's good stuff. He's won the Golden Leopard, the Golden Lion, the Golden Bear, and the Palme d'Or. And he was nominated for 2 Oscars this year, one for Best International Film and one for Screenplay. And then it also got nominated for 4 Golden Globes, which is pretty high for a... It was submitted under France, but everyone's saying it's the first Iranian movie to get nominated for a Golden Globe. And that kind of counts because it was a co-production. But yeah, submitted under France, which, you got to think for the Palme d'Or, it's a French movie. It's got an upper hand to win that Palme d'Or, don't you think? They're in Paris.
Home team.
Full bias? I don't know.
French
Maybe.
movie.
It's fine.
I mean, let's look at this. Okay, they have the Cannes Film Festival from last year. We had this one won, and then Nouvelle Vogue. Richard Linklater. We watched that one. That one didn't deserve to win. But then we have
good.
Sentimental Value and Seurat also nominated, as well as The Secret
Also
Agent.
damn good. Those two, anyway.
Yeah. But also The Phoenician Scheme and Eddington were both nominated, and those movies are not good.
Haven't seen either of those.
Don't see either.
Yeah,
of
that's
them.
really too bad. Yeah.
Yeah. Ari Aster and Wes Anderson.
What's going on, Wes?
I don't
What's
know.
going on?
Did I tell you I watched that the short one, Henry Sugar?
Yeah, those are good, right?
Yeah. I mean, I watched it because you recommended it months ago.
Yeah.
It was really good. I was surprised because I've been off the Anderson.
It was that was like the
bandwagon for a
most.
while.
It seemed like distilled Wes Anderson. It was like the most Wes Anderson thing that was ever Wes Anderson.
Yeah,
It's
maybe
really
he should
good.
have switched to 45-minute format.
Right, because
until
then
he gets a really good
maybe
idea.
that's enough. It's better to just have it bite size, because I don't know. Because it seems to
It's
be
easier to
maybe
be
that's
quirky for
problem.
the
It's just
entire
not-
45-minute run length than an hour and 45 minutes.
Yeah. So I was just reading and there's an NBC News article on this director from March 3rd because he was doing Golden Globes and things like that, promoting the film and talking about the attacks and saying, of course the regime is awful, but he worries about the violence and bloodshed and the cycle of violence. The United States blowing up schools isn't necessarily good either.
That's a bold statement there, John.
Yeah, thanks.
Controversial
Yeah.
opinion.
Oh, hey, these days, listen, that's bad. Raping children is bad also, okay? Just for the record.
How dare you go against the President of the United States,
I'm
John?
just saying, I think it's a bad thing. No matter what the Dow's doing, I still think that's bad.
50,000, John. It's worth all
I
that.
know it's
Dow's
controversial
doing.
opinion. Yeah, raping children bad, I think. Come on, it's fine.
Raping
Unpopular
children's
opinion.
stock
I don't know,
market.
fine.
Raping children's
Just
stock
put my neck
market.
out there.
What do we got?
Yeah.
How are these the conversations we're having in a real sense? That
Theft,
doesn't make any
bribery,
sense. This world is fucked.
I think all those things are bad. I think lying's bad. I'm sorry,
John really drawing a line in the sand over here.
I mean,
Jeez.
really?
yeah,
What do you like?
I don't know. I know. I just don't. Yeah. But I guess
Fun over here. Jeez.
in December, the Iranian government sentenced him to a year imprisonment already, 2 years prohibition from leaving the country. So he's already been resentenced because
Because of this movie?
Yeah.
But they're not putting him in prison, right?
Well, if they catch him, he's
Oh, is
out
he
of
in
the
Iran?
country right now.
Oh, he's out of the country. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if he is where
he's
he's
in-
at
so he'll never
right
go-
now. This
He's
is
probably in
March.
France.
I mean, there might not be
He's
much
still
to
got
go
his
back to.
family there, but yeah,
Get them out.
yeah. Hopefully they're
hopefully.
trying, but yeah, I don't know.
Just go in the wave of refugees, which is probably happening right now. I don't know. Doesn't that always happen when places get bombed? I would imagine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. So, I mean, we know so much about that.
We don't know anything. It's just
Yeah.
I feel like an idiot
Oh, wait,
too
but
because it's
he did
this
return
probably
to-
means a lot.
he
but,
returned to
I just
Iran on
watched it
March
for the thriller.
31st, so he's back in Iran. Yeah,
They don't give him the full sentences every time. I don't really get it. I think it's because he's famous, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know how it works.
Me either.
I don't know. It's just
Good talk.
I know,
Good-
but
Yeah,
good
we're
talk.
stupid.
the guts
Yeah,
of
we
these
figured it
people.
out.
I mean,
Wow.
I just for him to go back knowing what he faces. Damn. I mean, he's got
done it every time,
to
though,
do
is
this
the
to
thing.
this already to make this film. He's got to be a very brave person anyway, I guess.
Yes.
So, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Did you guys? So going through my notes here, notice how many title cards there were in this movie? I think it was a record.
I was wondering about that. I wanted to look that up because, especially with these, you have these multinational finance films, the number of companies or groups involved is
a lot.
Is a lot. Yeah.
It was 9.
This is
was
9. Is
9
that the
production
record?
companies.
Because I know with these
I
some of
think
these
so.
other international films, it's like that too. You're just like, all right.
I mean, it was like 2.5 minutes of just watching the title cards.
Right, yeah.
I was like, Jesus, there's another one? This is insane. It stuck out to me. I'll start tracking it now. Whenever there's like 7 or more, I'll start.
Okay, so we've got
tracking.
9 is you actually counted 9, so that's good.
I counted 9 because
It's like-
we rewound it because we were just like, this is too many. We got to count it. And then I started, writing them down, but it was too fast. It was Neon, Medan, MK2, Memento, Les Films, Perellas. It's French. It's actually, that one is the same one that did Anatomy of a Fall. They produced that one.
Okay.
And then there was number 6, 7, 8, and 9.
Wow.
And then they put the Palme d'Or award thing at the end. So that was the 10th one. Yeah. That's a lot. But I'm not sure what else we got in the movie. The scene when he was throwing the dirt on the dude, it's pretty intense stuff.
I didn't know if this was going to be like a bit or something. Like, that's
Oh,
how like misleading it was. I wasn't like, I don't know if this is real or if it's not, or if like, what are we
Like
watching?
the guy
right
in the
now?
hole was going to be like, you got me. Yeah, let's do this again next
right.
week.
Or like, what is going on right now?
Right.
Why? Yeah. And it's not like he's not dead. So
No,
what do you do?
I appreciated. I'm glad.
You're letting him
I'm
talk.
glad I
Why
was
are you
like,
letting this guy
I was
talk?
really happy. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm going to trust this film,
Confused.
and I appreciated the way it built the tension, and you're just sort of wondering
at
what
you
the fuck's
trusting
going on. Why
films.
is he burying this guy? What the hell? And then you slowly start learning, and it all sort of comes together. But yeah,
I've lost trusting films after The Secret Agent, I think. I think it's
yeah.
ruined me for a little bit.
that's true. Damn that film.
I also was confused. They're like, this is a new scar in my leg. And they showed his leg, and I was like, am I supposed to be able to tell if that's
Right?
new
It didn't
or
look
old?
that new. It didn't look that
Yeah.
new.
Yeah, and then, but I was confused. I was like, I didn't think it was that new, but it didn't look that old. I just don't know what, severed legs look like.
No,
So I was like,
I
what is
know,
this
yeah.
trying to do? I guess it was supposed to be like the other guy doesn't know either.
No, because he's never
So he
seen
doesn't-
him.
he also-
He's so
Yeah.
that you add to not a bit of reluctance around actually killing somebody. Plus, you're not sure if it's actually the guy. So I mean that just
How
adds
could it not
enough,
be the guy,
right?
though?
Yeah.
Right?
I don't know. I thought it was going in a way where the guy's like, how many people do you know that have scars on one leg and it's severed exactly the same spot as the other? And I'm like, probably a lot of people. I would
Probably
know.
when you
There's
have a lot of
people.
wars going on and people
Yeah.
get injured.
Oh, that's
right?
true.
If you step on a bomb, you're going to blow having one leg blown up
Yeah,
and one
yeah.
leg scarred up is probably
Yeah.
not that uncommon.
I mean,
That's right. Okay,
I
fair.
still
Yeah,
thought
you got me on that
until
one.
he actually confessed, I didn't know.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
The guy was just so angry. Like the angry guy was so angry that I thought like, oh, he wants to release
Like
his
whoever
anger.
it is, it doesn't
So
matter.
He's saying
Yeah.
the scars are the exact same, but like maybe they're not. Like,
Right.
how the fuck does this guy know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
The trauma.
I guess. I mean, I guess he did know, but I didn't trust him at that time. So I guess it was good. They dragged us along the whole time.
True, because I mean, ultimately, they were right in the beginning. It's a
They
good
should have
point.
just kept burying him. Do you think the fact that he didn't kill him before he put him in the hole shows that like he didn't actually want to kill him? He was looking for an
I
excuse
just
to
don't
stop
think that
burying
they
him.
could. I don't know if they didn't want to. I just don't think they can.
So he wasn't actually gonna. He was looking for an excuse. He was
Yeah.
gonna let the guy talk him out of burying him.
Right.
Yeah.
Or
That was gonna
'cause he's
happen
just
no matter
not.
what.
And I think all of them got there at some point, which is why they, because they all went through their own little bits.
Right,
where it was
right,
like,
that's fair.
I'm going to
Like-
kill him.
Right, but
And then they
even then,
couldn't.
it didn't
So-
involve a confrontation with him, like she said about the bride. It's like, well, she just need to get it out. Now she's off, Or also too, like
The angry guy would have though, don't you think?
no, but
Pissed
they
off
I
dude?
think, yeah.
But
Angry
even
guy,
he had
angry
an
guy-
he had
angry
the
guy just
option.
ran off.
and,
Yeah,
and he didn't do it.
but I think like seeing his wife
In the
his
truck,
child,
she was ready.
changes
Yeah.
things too, right? I mean, for the different characters, all of that. Yeah,
I mean,
That's a good
once they heard the kid, you're like,
I mean, yeah,
it's
you're
hard,
sitting in the car
you know?
with that cute kid who's just sad about her mom, and I don't know.
You're like, what are you supposed to do after that? Like,
Yeah.
talk about the universe telling you stop, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Cell phone in the dead guy's pocket. Classic trick.
hmm
How comfy do you think it was inside that box?
Not very good.
Oh god,
Oh, you don't think so?
No, that's like one of my biggest fears: getting buried alive.
Oh yeah. Have you
The
seen the movie
worst.
Buried?
No, I'm not
No.
watching that.
Don't
No.
watch it. It's
No,
fucking
no,
scary.
enough.
It's one of my worst.
That's all I
fears.
need to
I'm
know.
not watching that for fun.
yeah.
Have you seen that one, John?
No, do not want to.
Have you heard about it?
Let's skip that one.
Just the name.
Whatever happens, we're not watching that.
I've heard enough with the name.
It's Ryan Reynolds. It's Ryan Reynolds
Is
in
it
a
really?
box for the entire movie.
Oh,
it's pretty
fuck
amazing.
Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Don't.
It's like an hour and a half long of him trying to figure out why he's in a box, what's happening, and it's fucking scary.
Nope.
So no, thanks.
Yeah.
No.
I didn't like that one either. That one scared me too much, guys. Really fed into the nightmare. What else we got here? I think that might be it.
Okay, look, I got a list here for you.
You got a list. Let's hear
Films
it.
with high production company counts. So
Oh wow. Okay, there's actually a list.
there's a movie called Flow, which I'm not. Which one is
Flow's the animated one.
Flow's
with
the
cat.
animated one where there's no talking.
Yeah.
That one has 21 logos at the start.
Yikes.
Why?
They showed 21
Because they
logos.
wanted, they're like,
No.
hey, that's gonna make out the time for
Yeah.
us. You know, that's gonna give us an extra
That film was.
4 minutes.
I was not. Maybe I
Since it's
tried
such
to
a
watch it. I
short.
just maybe wasn't in the mood for it. I just sort of fell off of it real quick.
I mean, there's no talking.
No, there's none. It's just an animated film about animals. Raw, 2016, a French horror film.
I saw that one.
Was it good?
Yeah. That's we saw another movie by that director. What's the name of the director? It's a woman horror movie director, and she did something else we watched.
It's a coming of age. Julia Ducournau. She did
The Substance, or no,
Titan.
T-Tane. She did T-Tane.
Titan.
Oh,
and she did
T-Tane,
Alpha.
what a movie.
She did
Yeah.
Alpha too. We didn't watch that one. That was 25.
No.
Another body horror drama film.
Oh, T-Tane.
Maybe we got to
Such a
watch
good one.
Alpha. Which came
Raw's
after.
pretty good, but it's just gross.
Oh yeah.
It's pretty gross. I'm not sure you guys would like it. I'm not sure I liked it. It was well made, but like it was. I don't like gore. You know, like really close, unless it's in The Substance or something where it's like trying to freak you. I guess this is trying to freak you out too, but this was just gross for gross sake.
Well, I mean, yeah. So I don't know. Did you watch what came after T-Tane?
No, Alpha. I haven't seen that one.
Alpha, yeah.
It's got a 5.9 on IMDb. That's not great.
Then there's Coupez. Coupez? I don't know. Final Cut 2022, a French zombie comedy that features somewhere between 11 to 15 production locals, I guess, depending on how you count them. Vivarium, a 2019 film, a sci-fi film that has 12 company shout-outs.
So we're at number 4 at 12, so 9 is pretty high then.
9 is Late Night with the Devil also had 9.
Is this movie on that list?
Yes.
Change the Wikipedia. Oh,
Well,
it
no,
is.
I was
Look at
just,
that.
this was LLM talking to me and giving me citations
gotcha.
though, so could be made up too. But it sounds about right though, because I remember. I mean, seen these.
I think that one had a decent amount too. Yeah.
Yeah.
These indie movies, they need to scrape together a change from like tons of different people.
Yeah.
Sounds like
Okay.
a hard
Well,
deal.
yes, and then part of that is you give them credit. They need to have that upfront logo. That's part of them giving you money. So, and
helps
I'm
them?
sure that there's a certain amount of time that logo has to be on the screen too. You can't just like put them all there at once. Go flip, flip, flip. You
Yeah,
just
right.
gotta-
Like, boop, 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 boop.
Yeah.
No, it's gonna stay for whatever, how many seconds.
Yeah,
And if you make a really long animation for it, you get more time.
that's true.
That's the ticket. All right, guys. Top 250.
Yeah, I think so.
Sure.
I think so too.
Why
And
not?
I don't know. TC and I came off sounding negative. I don't know why. I think it's because this movie it's intense, but it's not as intense as Surratt. It's intense in kind of an unfun way that makes you think a lot.
Right.
And there's current events surrounding it, and it's just not an exciting movie.
Yeah, it's not.
Right?
It's not. It's not gonna. You're not gonna sit down and be like, "Oh, that felt great."
It's
You're
real.
gonna sit
It's
down
real
and
in
be
a
like,
different
"Man."
way. Like, okay, we saw. Crap. I can't even remember the name of the film we saw last week, but it was good. Fuck me. What was the film called? Hey, come on, quick.
Surratt.
Surratt. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
That's better. Okay, well, this isn't really a word I'm familiar with. So again, Surratt was intense and not real in a way. There's real parts of it that I appreciated.
It was surrealistic. Yeah.
Right? But this is like real. There's so much like parallel, like I said, with that parallel stuff going on that they're like actually doing this and shouldn't be. Or it's legal that they're doing it. They shouldn't. And that there's that tension and stuff, and it just has this sense of normality almost to it. Like, and it's really like the more like it just sits with you. Like I still feel like this one's sitting with me in this sort of like unfinished way. like which
Yep,
I think
that's
is
exactly how I feel.
right.
And it's sticking with me. I walked away being like, I didn't like it, but I've been thinking about it a bit more than I've been thinking about a lot of other movies recently. And it's just because it's been making me question my own thoughts on what I would do in this kind of situation, or like what is the right thing to do.
Right.
And probably the answer is like, there's no right answer to that, but it presents it in a way where it gave me an ending I wasn't expecting. And now I'm thinking, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I think of that as an option?
Right.
You know?
I've
Which is
never
good.
been in an actual revenge situation, so I have no idea myself. I mean, no idea.
I mean,
can't,
at this level,
can't even begin to speak.
this movie, we watch a lot of realistic movies with kind of small stakes. And this movie is that to a degree, but the small stakes are high considering. You know what I mean? Like it's a small story, a realistic story. They're not fighting to save the world.
No.
They're not fighting to save a town. They're fighting to kill a guy potentially because they were wronged. They weren't killed. Their family wasn't killed, but they don't like the way the government's going and they get tortured a little bit.
Right.
To what extent, we don't know, but we get some idea, but it's not
fair
good.
amount of psychological torture, not necessarily. It's basically like, at least from what they describe, it's not physical torture necessarily, other than but it's
the
far
touching
more,
of the leg. That seemed a little physical.
Yeah, that's fair.
You made the dude touch his leg?
Yeah, okay. But anyway, but far more on the sort of psychological, traumatizing kind of side. Not necessarily like you're getting beaten, I think. But yeah.
But I don't know how to say this, but like if this happened to any of us, this would be a huge thing.
Oh, Jesus.
But in terms of movies, it's a very small thing.
Oh, yeah.
But it does the small thing realistically that is actually like a pretty realistic large thing.
An
for
understandably
any individual.
like completely life shattering event for these people. And that's
Yes.
kind of the point. That's the point of this guy. He's like, I have nothing. I lost everything. This is the guy who did that, and now I got him. And what am I going to do with him? And I just again it's like a slow burn of a film. Oddly enough, even though, and again maybe this is just coming off the
but
heels
it
of
keeps
Surat,
moving.
which
I was you say slow moving, but the shots were long. They stayed a long time in the scenes, but the way the acting was, it was energetic. Like, the acting
I don't
moved the plot. I didn't feel like I was just staring at scenery or it was long for long's sake. I felt like what they were doing was intentional and it
paced appropriately.
I felt energy through it and
That's
it
fair.
felt real.
No, that's fair. I don't know why I still feel it. The film still felt, which I think it doesn't mean it was devoid of tension, but the pace felt slow, appropriately so.
How many long shots did you notice in this
It's not long shots, but the feeling of the time.
No,
actually,
there were like 7 long shots in this movie.
Yeah.
Like long shots.
Right, it does
over
like,
2 minutes.
Right, yeah. I mean, certainly the beginning feels like a whole long sequence, right, with in his car, and then there's another quite long shot where it's like you're trying to figure out what's going on, where the guy is walking around the mechanic shop. That seems pretty long. That's just like there's a lot
The
of
scene where the angry guys yelling and walking back
slow
and forth
development
at the
there,
empty
where you're
grave.
wondering what's happening. Slow
Jump
development again as he's sitting there watching the car. We're watching the
What's up
dog
there?
4
There's
times.
gonna be a mine. Yeah, there's a mine there.
Yeah, it's a mine.
The ending scene where he side of the tree, all one take.
Yeah, there's a lot of long
There's a lot of
shots.
all one take. So I think if you didn't notice that, maybe that tricked you into thinking it was like slow or something.
But
because there was
it's
no
not the right
edits.
word. It just feels. I mean, not that it didn't feel like there was a lot of tension. It just, I don't know. It just allowed things to sit quite a lot. Even with the tension and stuff that was going on. I don't know. I don't know.
Confidence. That's the confidence you were talking about.
Yeah, it's just like there's this. They're not
direct.
needing to tell us what's going on. They can just show us, and they can show us in a way where they're not worried about our attention span or something like that. Like they're just like, this is it. This is what's happening, and there's like this confidence about it. It seems.
And it's cool how this guy, he's made enough movies where he knows how to make them and he knows how to write a screenplay surrounding the limitations of it. And not only do they need to get those, they could get the shots in the cities because they were doing it in secret without a license, some really unique stuff there, but also those long takes. I'm sure, even though there's no trivia on it, he wrote those in as long takes, or at least did them as long takes because of the time limitation in a lot of the scenes. He's just like, all right, guys, we can practice this in a room over and over again. We're going to go out there. We're going to do 1 or 2 takes. It's going to be one shot. We're going to keep the camera rolling. Go with it. This is all
we got
right here.
Right.
This is it.
We'll be lucky if we get this. so don't fuck it up, because at any point they could get interrupted by some other reason that so they have to
He's using the limitations to his advantage. It's pretty cool.
It is cool. I mean, it's tragic too at the same time. It's heroic and sad, and it just leaves you all. It just it's complex. It just you walk away going, wow. And then the more you learn about it, the more you're just I don't know. It's impressive.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. All right, guys, you ready for next week?
Yeah, what do we got?
We're going to polish off the 5 best international film nominees at the Oscars.
Oh, let's do it. Cool.
The voice of Hind Rajab.
Could this be a comedy, though? A lighthearted romantic romp?
I really don't think so, John.
Oh.
It sounds devastating.
God damn it.
Do not read the synopsis if you want to not dread watching it, okay?
Oh,
Shit.
boy.
All right.
Great.
It's only an hour and a half long, though. And it does have the highest IMDb rating out of all the foreign movies this year. It just has not enough votes to be... It would be on the top 250 if it had more views.
Okay.
So,
Fine. What's it called again?
The voice of Hind Rajab.
Oh,
Hind.
wait. No. I've seen the
R-A-J.
trailers. I've seen the trailers for this one.
You're fucked.
Fuck.
The synopsis, I mean, it sounds, I haven't seen the trailers, but the synopsis sounds like it's going to be intense, but really good.
I've seen the trailers.
Oh, John, I'm sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
Curse you.
We're going to do it. This is what we're doing now.
Okay,
We got to watch
fine.
these movies.
God
I mean,
damn.
come on. All the foreign movies have been good.
Oh, they are. Well,
Despite the constant hate for the Secret Agent.
I
Just the
still
title
still
confusion.
enjoyed lots of parts of the Secret Agent.
Yes,
I just the way it
same.
came together was confusing, but or rather the way it didn't come together. But
Time jump, hospital talk, end of the movie. Excuse me? Why would you do that? All right.
Alrighty.
That's what we're doing.
all right, sounds good.
See you
Let's do
next
it.
week.
Talk to you guys next week.
See you guys.
All right.
Yeah.